Everybody wants to be the butterfly, but nobody ever wants to be the caterpillar. Today, I'm touching on shadow work, and I'm going to let you know just why you should embrace your caterpillar. Hello, 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 and happy Sunday. You are listening to the Manifest on Purpose show. I am your host, Kimbaley. It is my goal to help you bring out the best part of yourself. There's many parts of you, some parts that you like, and maybe even some parts that you don't like. That's what we're going to discuss today. That is what shadow work is all about. Thank you so much for sharing your time and energy with me today. Thank you for all of those who you've recommended this show to. Thank you for subscribing here and on the website at manifestonpurpose.net. The God in me loves the God in you. And I want to do something a little bit differently. If you listen to the show and it's something that resonates with you, or if there's a message that you would like to leave me, feel free to drop me a line via email. You can email me at connect@kimbaley.com. That's connect@Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you're thinking. Give me your show suggestions. Give me your topic suggestions. I'm listening to you. Now that that's out of the way, I have to share with you a very interesting moment I had yesterday in the store. I had to go to Walmart, and Walmart is one of my least favorite places to shop because when I go to Walmart, I always have to practice patience because the lines are so long. I speak a lot about patience because patience is something that I've learned that is necessary. Sometimes when we get those moments that we feel like we want to just rush through them, but it seems like everything is slowing down around us, the universe is trying to let us know something. And in this case, with my Walmart trip, I met someone new. And that's one thing you should know about me. I feel like every person that enters my life enters for a purpose. A lot of people may think that that's going a little bit too deep, but I like to look at things in that way. So here's what happened. After I get everything I needed, I got in the long line. Of course, it was long. I just got in line and prepared for the wait. There was a lady in front of me that began talking to me, and we had the nicest conversation. We talked the whole while we were waiting for our turn. And right as she was purchasing her items, she looked back at me and she said, "You know what? No wonder I connected with you." And she looked at my shirt and she said, "I love your shirt." I had a whole bunch of butterflies on my shirt. She said, "I love butterflies." And at that moment, I just looked at her hat and realized that she had butterflies all over her hat. And I thought, wow, this is interesting. Let me pay attention to this because the universe is trying to get something through to me. So she said, she leaned over. It was funny how she said it. She said, "You know, I love butterflies. They are so beautiful. But the caterpillars, I'm afraid of those things." And I had to laugh at that. Finally, we said our goodbyes and she told me that she had a wonderful time because she met someone nice. And I agree with her. But by that time, the universe already had my mind going in 1,000,001 directions. It made me think about shadow work. A lot of people love butterflies. They're so beautiful. However, those butterflies don't always start out so beautiful. They start out as caterpillars, something that people don't like, something that some people find to be ugly. And that made me think about us. We are who we are. We're packaged in this one big design. There's many parts to us. For the most part, we know about the parts that most people see, the us that we show to the world. But there's other parts, parts that we don't want people to see, parts that may seem not so good. Those parts of us that is hidden or go unseen or unheard of for years at the time can be referred to as the shadow. And think about a shadow now. The shadow is the part of us that we don't see. The light has to be shining just right in order to see a shadow. Because this is the side of ourselves that we choose not to show, we sometimes refer to this part or think of this part of us as the bad side of us. But is it bad after all? It is my personal belief that that part of us is not bad. In fact, the shadow part is the part that holds endless opportunities just waiting for us to tap into. At its core, it may seem pretty ugly, but it too has a purpose in your life. It's just like that caterpillar. Like I said before, nobody likes that caterpillar. Some people are even afraid of it. They think that the caterpillar is ugly or perhaps creepy. But the thing that they don't realize about the caterpillar is if it had not been for the caterpillar, the butterfly would have never emerged. You know, that part sounds so good that I'm going to have to repeat it in another way. Without a caterpillar, there is no butterfly. Do you want to know what the caterpillar is doing with its ugly self? That caterpillar is building for that butterfly. That caterpillar is preparing. It's making sure that it's getting all the nourishment that it needs to make and create this beautiful creature. It takes time, especially in those ugly stages. Yes, I'm sure you are a beautiful butterfly now, but what did you have to go through to get to the point where you are today? I'm sure it took you being a caterpillar. Things in your life probably has not been as beautiful as they are now. Now this is where it gets deep for me. I don't speak to you about anything that I haven't been through myself. So I'm saying all of that to say that I've been a caterpillar for a long time. I went through plenty of caterpillar moments. And during those times when I was going through things and things seemed most challenging for me, sometimes I felt like I don't know how I'm going to get through this. But once the storm blew over and I looked back, I could see that I was able to get through it. I did do that. And I could also see growth from that situation. So during that stage of being a caterpillar, I could see growth. It actually built my character. It has made me who I am today. Just like that caterpillar makes that butterfly who or what it is today. Same thing for you. Those things that you have been through, that part of yourself that you consider to be your shadow, those parts of you are parts that are helping you to grow. Those are the parts that builds your character. Those are the parts that are responsible for you being where you are today. Those are in your caterpillar moments. And that's why today I tell you, don't be afraid of the caterpillar. Don't be afraid of that part of you that you've been holding down deep in you and buried for so long, because that part of you also serves a purpose. Not only does that part serve a purpose in your life, that part also holds opportunity in your life. So everybody has to go through those stages of being a caterpillar before they can become something beautiful. All I'm really saying today is embrace your caterpillar. There are some things that you have done in your life that you may not be so proud of. There may even be some things that you're doing in your life right now that you're not so proud of. There may be parts of you that you are holding back, parts of you that you keep buried. Those are the caterpillar parts. Those parts are not to be thrown away. Those parts are not to be looked at as if there's some other part of you, some evil part of you. No, those parts are there to develop your character and also to unlock opportunity in your life. Do you want to know the real reason why most people hide their caterpillars? It's not about what they feel. It's always about what they think others will feel. And let me tell you about that. We got to step outside of what others think and feel and say about us. And the reason why we have to do that is because no matter what you do and no matter how you do it, there's always going to be a critic. Always going to be a critic. So the best thing for you to do is to do what makes you happy and embrace all of you. Everybody wants to be a butterfly, but nobody wants to be the caterpillar. You know what? The main reason why people reject your caterpillar is because they know that that caterpillar in you is going to put you way ahead of the game. I'd say that's one excellent reason to embrace that part of yourself. Your shadow is what builds character within you. It's not scary. It's not ugly. It's you. You can get rid of that if you tried. Just like a child cries out for attention, your caterpillar is crying out for your attention. It wants to be heard. It wants to be seen. And most importantly, it wants to be embraced. Find time to embrace your shadow. Stop being afraid of it. Allow it to continue to build your character and use it to tap into your opportunity. Let's prepare for meditation. In today's meditation, I want you to focus on those parts of yourself that you feel that you need to hide. Those parts of yourself that you just don't want to come out. Ask yourself, what can you do to nurture that caterpillar within you? If you are driving, this is not the time to meditate. Please download this and save it for later. If you are not driving, this is your time to meditate. Please find your sacred space, the space that is safe, the space that is distraction-free, the one in which you can relax and focus on your breathing. Enjoy your meditation.